Dianna, the scorn of the moon. Dianna has quickly become one of my favorite AP mids, and she can be played AD, but I prefer her AP. And she's also a very good jungler, so you can just pick her if you need more AP in your team. But let's go through her abilities real quick, just so you can see what's going on in the gameplay. Her passive Moon Silver Blade. Basically, on the third attack, basic attack, she will deal extra magic damage around her. Very simple passive. Her Q, Crescent Strike, is perhaps one of the weirdest abilities in the game, just because it curves, and it's unlike any other ability. It curves towards the right, and sometimes it can be hard to hit. However, it's important to notice that the damage is not only dealt at the end, but also during the trajectory of the Q. So once you get the hang of that, like once you're able to really process the fact that your Q does damage, uh, basically from that distance between Dianna and the final hit, you will be hitting your Qs a lot better. Pale Cascade, Diana's W is her main jungler ability, and basically she grabs a shield. 3 orbs will start going around her, and when the 3 orbs blow up, her shield refreshes. If you're jungling, you might want to max this out, just so you can afford to buy less health pots and more mana pots, because she is a bit mana hungry. Moonfall, Diana's E is her basic like utility ability. She pulls and slows nearby targets. You don't really need to max out that ability. You can just max out last. Higher ranks just reduce the cooldown and increase the slow. Nothing incredibly useful. Though it is important to notice that you can pull blue buff through the wall. And Lunar Rush, Diana's last ability, basically teleports her to the target and deals magic damage. It's worth noting that if you use Crescent Strike and you mark them with sort of the buff, you use the ultimate on top of that buff, your ultimate refreshes immediately, and you can use it 2 times in a row. So this allows Dianna to really kill targets very quickly, and she's probably one of the best chasers in the game, just because you can keep up with people using your ultimate, and you have your E, which draws them in closer. So it's incredibly amazing. Now, this isn't just a regular gameplay. By the way, I will do a jungle gameplay of Dianna, just because her jungle pattern, I feel like her jungle pattern is a bit weird, but she can counter jungle pretty well, and I think I can, show how well of a jungler she can be. Probably I'll play her AD as a jungler, just to get that out of the way. So this gameplay isn't just a regular gameplay. We've all been fed, and we've all fed before, and I think everybody knows that it sucks when the enemy team is fed and they're just raping everybody, and you just end up losing the match. However, when you're in the other side of that, when you're the one fed, getting all the kills, it's satisfying. Don't lie, you know it's satisfying. So basically, this is a new series I'm going to start. Technically, I did do the first episode with Kassadin, and I called it Flawless Kassadin Gameplay, but from now I'm just going to call it, Fed. I probably call this Dianna is Fed, or something like that. And whenever you see a title like that, it's basically a game where I just completely decimate either my lane opponent or the entire team. This game turned out pretty well. We had a Gangplank top, and he farmed up so well that he just outlaned Shen, which is really hard to do, and he just outfarmed Shen, and he did amazing. And as a result, Shen couldn't buy items, and I do the same thing with Syndra. Syndra is honestly not much of a match for Dianna, just because if you can bait her into using her abilities, you can just go in as Dianna and do a lot of damage. So one trick I should mention, and actually, one thing I should mention before all of this is I'm going Glass Cannon Dianna. I've seen how effective attack speed Dianna, so people buy Nashor's Tooth, Melody, all that stuff, and it works pretty well. I don't think anybody can argue otherwise. But I like to really just go in, decimate the target, and get out. It will make me a bit squishy, but then again, I'm used to playing Kassadin as Glass Cannon, so I kind of know the risks involved with it, and I know when to get out and when to go in. That being said, I will not be discussing a build involving attack speed. It does trigger your passive a lot more, But I guess this is my play style. So if you're looking for attack speed, Dianna, I'm afraid I'm not your man. However, if you're looking for like a really damaging Dianna that can just go in and just decimate a target like that, then I'm clearly your man. I've been playing her for a while now, and she's really fun. And I've noticed a couple of tricks here and there that will make your play improve. First of all, you gotta be able to realize that you're not. Right here. Gangplank put a ward top, and I see Udyr trying to counter jungle. I saw him headed towards blue, so I ping, and basically I ping so Gangplank comes here, but he does not care. I guess he's trying to take the turret, so I immediately go in, try to get my buff. Hecarim smites it, and Udyr gets away. So that counter jungle got countered. So we countered the counter jungle, I guess you could say. So retarded. So basically, you gotta realize as Dianna that you reach your maximum damage potential once you reach level 6. Before that, yes, you do damage, and yes, you're a bit durable, but you won't really be doing as much damage until you reach level 6. Now, you might be thinking, well, dude, that applies to every champion. No, it doesn't. Dianna, the fact that Dianna's Q sort of marks the target with Moonlight, and then you can ulti that target and it refreshes your ultimate and you can ulti again, it's just incredible damage that you are putting out. The ultimate is not an incredibly unbearable cooldown or anything. It's probably like 30 seconds or something, but it just that ability to really chase a target even after they flash is just incredible. Well, another thing to note is remember your passive. After the 3rd consecutive strike, you will deal magic damage. So, your basic combo to deal the most amount of damage should be basic attack a minion 2 times, Q, R, trigger a passive on the opponent, W, E, pull them in, and then if you have cooldown reduction, you should be able to do your Q again and your R again. And if that doesn't kill him, you can just press your R. You will put it on cooldown, but that guarantees a kill. So you can see, it might be a bit complicated to get a hang of, but once you start playing Dianna, you start really realizing how the QR thing works. You will do a lot better, and you will see it's not that complicated. If you're not able to really synergize the Q and the R very well, then you will not do well. I know when I started playing the game, one of the biggest issues I had was cooldown refreshing. I played Dota before this, and I never played a champion that had whose cooldown refreshed. So it was hard for me to play Katarina or Tristana. So right here, we're getting into a bit of a team fight. I'm gonna go in and eliminate Shen. I'm gonna draw their attention to away from Hecarim, and Vayne meanwhile is poking away at Udyr. Udyr is gonna die to me because I put Ignite. And I'm going to wait for my moment. I'm going to Q. My W is off of cooldown at this point, so I can get a shield and I can get a refresh. Israel thinks he can get away, and that's basically an unofficial triple kill for me, like a boss. Vayne picks up Lulu, and overall, we came out on top. We baited them so hard that it was not even funny. And then again, I was low health. Any other champion would have perhaps just back off. But the fact that Dianna has that shield and that pull, it locks down targets for a little bit and it lets her dish out a bit more damage. As you can see, my build right now is just straight up AP. Needlessly large rod, blasting wand, and magic penetration boots. So pretty insane. If I was like another Dianna player, I would probably have like a Nature's Tooth or a Malady by now. But you know, again, I don't really like that playstyle. Now the final build, because we just destroy them. I mean, at this point I'm 8-1. I'm 8-0, sorry, and it's only 10 minutes in. And as you can see, top Gangplank has been pushing constantly and not letting Shen farm. I mean, look at his items. That's not like a great build for Shen. So I played a couple games before this, and I was trying to see how well Spellvamp works on Dianna, and you know, it works fine. It has basically the same effect as Katarina. It's not incredibly overpowered, but it will get you through some fights. But it does work. It does work better with attack speed Dianna. Right here, I'm going for the Shen. Shen is the squishiest one and the closest target. I'm sort of baiting so Gangplank can come from behind and we can flank him. Hecarim, once again, still baiting like a boss, and these guys don't realize that slowly but surely we're decimating them. I ult towards Syndra, Gangplank picks her up, and then I ult towards Shen. Again, that ult refresh mechanic is amazing. It also works as a good escape mechanic. If you're in some sort of trouble, you can just go to a monster camp, use your Q to reveal them, and then R towards them, and that would allow you to escape a lot faster. It's basically like a free flash, except it does have its risks. If you use it without the Q, you won't have it up for like the next 30 seconds or so, and you might not be able to ditch as much damage, and you get rid of one of your escape mechanics. So keep in mind, your R is probably your most essential. How you use your R is probably what's either going to make you or break you as a Dianna player. I did say already that I go for a sort of glass cannon build in Dianna. So I guess I should talk about the full build. I go Ravenants, obviously. Magic Put, Penetrations. Shen, where are you going? I go for a Zonius Hourglass, which allows me the durability I need in fights, especially if my team can clean up. And depending on if I need more durability or more damage, I go with Abyssal Scepter. Or if I really need the durability against my laning opponent, Abyssal Scepter. Abyssal Scepter, sorry. Abyssal Scepter in case I need, like, the durability against something like a fucking LeBlanc or something. And if I need to just dish out more damage, I can really go for whatever. I can go for another Rabadon. I can go for more magic penetration. It's just, I don't know. Diana's just one of those characters that is very, very flexible when it comes to build. You can, just the fact that you can build her AD, and by the way, keep in mind, her scaling is better with AP than with AD. I'm aware of that, but her AD scaling is not incredibly terrible. So she's one of those characters that can be built hybrid, or AD or AP, and she can, like, when it comes to build, she's very, very flexible. You can just build her however you would build any other AP mid. Probably if you're a kill player, if you play kill a lot, you probably already have a build for Dianna. She's just that flexible. Her downfall is basically if you're able to dodge her Q. If you're able to dodge Diana's Q, you're already ahead of her. She doesn't get the damage out from her Q, and she doesn't get the refreshing on her ult. So dodging Diana's Qs is what's gonna basically put you ahead of her when you're laning against her. Keep in mind, the Q does work in a very particular way. It's just like a crescent hit to the right. So moving to the left of Dianna will probably get you out of that situation. Or moving forward, in some cases, will also dodge it just because it's not a direct skill shot, it curves. However, Dianna players can in fact measure how far they want their Q to go. So it's one of those things that you have to practice it. You have to play against Dianna a lot just to get it down to a science. And once you do, you'll do just fine. Now at this point, fed Dianna is fed. I already said that. Let's try my damage on Shen. I missed my Q, but that's okay. I have my flash. I'm gonna flash, and then I'm gonna R him, and then I'm gonna trigger my passive on him, and he's gonna die. At this point, there's not that much I can do. I'm 13-0. That is so ridiculous. Yes, if you're thinking that they're gonna surrender, you are in fact right. They are gonna surrender at this point. Dianna, I highly recommend her as an AP mid. Not sure as an AD. AD is not that strong compared to AP, but I will be pulling out a jungle game as an AD Dianna. So if you like AP mids, Dianna, just play her. You know what? Just play her. Go for it. She's amazing and not that expensive actually. Totally worth the IP points. Well, that was Fulgore. Hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. Peace.